No one will easily admit they are envious of you. It's something that is not well regarded, and most people will never acknowledge it. On the contrary, they will seem the opposite. But what if I told you it's very likely you have envious people around you? People who, even if they don't do it consciously, can be affecting your energy, your growth, and even blocking your path. Today I want to talk to you about 4 clear signs to detect envy around you. You'll be surprised by what you discover, because many times it's not about something bad in itself, but a reminder of who deserves to stay in your life, and who it is better to let go of. So stay until the end, because this information can be a game changer in how you choose your environment. I hope you are having a day full of light, growth, and expansion. We are going to delve into something that can transform the way you relate to others, how to recognize envy to protect your peace and your purpose. You must understand something: you will never fully prosper if your environment is toxic. It doesn't matter how good you are, what your intentions are, or the energy you put in. If the people around you don't believe in you or constantly project limitations, your progress will be affected. This is not just spirituality, science also backs it up. Bruce Lipton, a renowned cell biologist, discovered that for a cell, the environment was more important than its own will to grow. In other words, although the nature of the cell is to develop and multiply, if the environment is toxic, that growth is blocked. And the same thing happens with us. Our essence is to expand in health, love, abundance, and well-being, but the environment can hinder that natural impulse. Psychology also confirms this with the famous Pygmalion effect. The expectations of others influence our results. If those around you don't believe in you, that disbelief can end up affecting your own possibilities. That's why it is vital to identify if there are people around you who, consciously or unconsciously, do not wish you success. Envy, in reality, is nothing more than a disguised feeling of inferiority. The envious person will never admit it, but their attitudes give them away. That's why I want to show you 4 signs that will allow you to recognize it and distance yourself from those who don't contribute to your life. Sign 1: Micro-expressions. The body never lies. Micro-expressions are those involuntary gestures that appear in the first seconds when someone receives news from you. If you share something good and you notice a flash of discomfort or sadness in their eyes, before they smile at you and say nice words, pay attention. That spontaneous reaction reveals what they really feel. And the same is true in reverse. If you share bad news, and you see a barely perceptible gesture of relief or joy, that is a clear warning sign of envy. Sign 2: Gossiping. Envious people often talk behind your back. They bring up your past, exaggerate flaws, or invent rumors. Keep this in mind: whoever comes to tell you gossip about others will also talk about you when you're not there. If you discover that someone is spreading comments about you instead of talking to you directly, you are dealing with a person who does not wish you well. Sign 3: False compliments. The envious disguise their discomfort with compliments that actually hide criticism. For example, instead of sincerely celebrating your achievement, they might say, "You must have made a lot of money from that," projecting their own negative judgments. They may also congratulate you on things you no longer have, subtly highlighting that you're not doing as well now. Listen to your intuition. If a compliment makes you feel uncomfortable, it's probably not sincere. Sign 4: Sudden and exaggerated interest. Overnight, someone begins to show an unusual interest in your life, wanting to be your best friend, asking you for personal details, or seeking you out all the time. At first glance it may seem like support, but many times that interest hides the intention of getting information that they will later use against you. Learn to differentiate between genuine friendship and toxic curiosity. When you observe these signs, the wisest thing to do is to create distance. It's not about hating or judging, but about protecting your environment. Remember, just as a cell does not prosper in a harmful environment, your growth also depends on surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in you, and who are sincerely happy for your accomplishments. Envy is not always conscious. In fact, most of the time it is not. But even if it's not intentional, it can affect your path. Your task is to recognize it, set boundaries, and choose to surround yourself with those who truly want to see you shine. So observe it, see for yourself, and start making wiser decisions about who you share your energy with. Your well-being, your abundance, and your expansion largely depend on it. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who also needs to hear these signs. And remember, your change starts today. I send you good energy, keep shining, and have a spectacular day.